the birds. Peck, 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 like that's what birds do. They peck. And he's been in camp for 5 or 6 weeks with Beck, as Chris Bird. Because Beck was the sparring partner, but every single one of those rounds that he was getting Bird ready for his world title defense against Fresno Kendo, Beck was learning from the master boxer. And there's no sense of urgency with Beck at all. He's just outboxing this guy, doing a terrific job of it. It's not the most exciting heavyweight championship fight you'll ever see, but Beck is doing what he needs to do to win the fight. Arias tries to pick up the pace and put some pressure on him here. This is round number 7. Mohegan's Sun, the beautiful new arena they built here, is fantastic for boxing. Owem Beck works as best he can against this kid. Arias keeping the pressure on. It's Arias coming forward all the time. He's got swelling around both eyes. He's taken some hellacious body shots through the course of the fight. Beck just totally not showing any signs that he's even been in a fight at this point. This looks like a guy that really enjoys being in the ring right now. When he picks it up, he can do what he's seeing and he wants to do. Very tough fight for George because it's frustrating to have the heart that he has, but have a guy that's almost 20 pounds heavier, kind of using you as a punching bag. All the heart in the world is going to add that 20 pounds, and their boxing skills, while similar, Beck has quicker hands, he has better foot movement, and he has a ton of confidence. And these guys are both very, very nice guys. I said at the very top of the show that, you know, it's the type of fight where you hate to see either guy lose, which is the same case as in the heavyweight title fight later on this evening. I mean, Kendo and Chris Bird are two of the nicest guys in the world of sports that find boxing. They're great guys. And Owen's a fun guy to be around. George doesn't speak too much English, but I've got to know him as a broadcast about 5 or 6 of his fights. And comes from a real nice family, and they like to see him have success. But he just has got to do something to get Beck off the pacing. Beck's just loading up shots anytime he wants. Looking to throw a big powerful left hand. Switching from southpaw to right-handed orthodox anytime he wants. Just inviting Arias to come in right now. Arias backs off, plants himself right in front of him. Just a nice boxing round for Owem Beck. Nothing fancy, just outboxing. The smaller, but very aggressive George Arias. It's another round for Beck.
Keep your hands up more, okay? Don't let him hit you with nothing. Use your eyes. He can't touch you. You know that. You got good eyesight, okay? You see punches coming, okay? Slip the punches and come back.
Hasn't sat down on the stool
if he go back,
in between any round of this fight, coming up to the 8th round.
Okay?
You're not.
He trying to pin you on the rope. When he pin you on the rope, just grab it and turn it around. Okay?
Your eyes up. He's looking for a big shot.
That's all he looking for.
One big shot.
Open your eyes.
You're doing good. Touch it to the body, though. You're hitting him good to the body, but you got slipping in there. You slipping in one time, down.
Wipe up the corner. Wipe up the corner.
All right, this is round number 8. Bob Sheridan ringside here. Mark Goldberg working with me. You're watching King Vision around the world. Glad that you can be with us. George Arias in the gold trunks from Sao Paulo in Brazil, the Brazilian heavyweight champion, fighting for the WBA Middle Latin Heavyweight Championship, which can move you right up into the rankings of the WBA and perhaps get you a shot at that title. That title is currently held, of course, by Roy Jones Jr. That was Johnny Ruiz's title that he won, beating Evander Holyfield. And there's word that the WBA will strip him of the title because he signed to fight Antonio Tarver on the 8th of November in Las Vegas. And if you're going to fight for the light heavyweight championship, they're going to take that heavyweight belt away. And most likely, Hasim Rockman and David Tour, the #1 and 2 ranked guys in the WBA, will fight for that title. And if they can't get that together, the winner of this Federal Latin fight might have a real shot at getting a title shot. George Arias trying to put pressure on Beck. And as he tries to put the pressure on, Beck just pounds away at him. Beck kind of surprising me a bit that he's just not opening up against Arias, and I get the idea that he can anytime he wants. But he really looks like a disciple right now, and a real disciple in his boxing style that he's showing tonight, something different, because he's had so many rounds of work with Chris Bird. I mean, it's tap, tap, tap. Don't really open up. Every once in a while, throw a power shot like Bird does. And I think Chris and Patrick Bird have made a believer out of Owem Beck that this is the way in the heavyweight division to fight. And I'll be honest with you, it's not dramatic, but I mean, look at him here with these power shots. He's getting the job done. He's getting the job done with a much smaller heavyweight. But what Arias lacks in ability and size, boy, he makes up for him hard. I mean, there's just no quitting this guy. And it's frustrating for him, I'm sure, because he can't get anything going his way. Hands, not a lot of mobility, but he's getting his angles when he wants. He allows Arias to come in on him. Now, Arias is really outworking him. He's throwing a lot of shots, nothing landing real clean. And Beck kind of satisfied to counter punch and then open up whenever he wants, and he lands the power shots. Therefore, I believe the judge is going to give all these rounds to Beck. I don't know. Nice uppercut landed that time by Beck. At no time is Arias landing shots that, you know, shift Beck, or spin the head, or cause the water to fly, the perspiration to sail. As the bell ends the 8th round, it's just another, I guess, another series of heavier punches landed by Beck as I give him the 8th round. In spite of the fact I'd love to give that 8th round to Arias a hustle, but you can't.
He does a pinfall.
Watch Arias in this, you'll see what I mean. Now he's hustling. Notice as he came in, he got banged. Nothing clean by Arias. You know, he's throwing a lot of stuff. He's working at. Now, there was one clean shot up in the forehead. But look at Beck come back. And right after that replay, Beck hit him with a hellacious uppercut. So it certainly was a much more effective punch than anything that landed there. There was one glancing blow in the forehead.
Okay? Don't let him do.
I got 79, 73 Beck after 8. We're going to the 9th round. Remember, this is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it has all the appearance that it's going to go the distance. All right, here we go, the 9th round. Again, this is scheduled for 12 because it is the WBA 12-round scheduled Federal Latin Heavyweight Championship. And I've talked about the importance of this. As Beck again with a nice combination upstairs, partially blocked with some of the punches, but plenty of power on them. Neither fighter has been down, neither fighter visibly shaken. Arias lands a shot to the solar plexus, and Beck just looks at it. Is that the best you got, guy? Now Beck kind of puts the eyeball on him. When I look at me like that, I'd say, hey, don't you eyeball me like that, and I'd throw a right hand at him. That's what he's doing. He's eyeballing. 9th round action continues. Beck loads up the right hand, fighting on the orthodox style now. He switched around on several occasions, fighting as a southpaw. Had to pick that up and get like that in all the rounds that he sparred with Chris Bird. Beck almost looks at times like he's, you know, kind of lazy, that he doesn't want to open up and finish it off, but he's been to the University of Chris Bird. I say that with all due respect, because what has been successful for Chris Bird is certainly successful, according to my scorecard, in this fight for Owem Beck. George Arias continues to force the action, continues to come forward. He's all the time right in front of his man. He never stops to get angles. He never shifts off to the left or off to the right. Beck looking down the floor right now and loads up the right hand, but it windmills and misses.
Right there.
Won't get clipped with the left hand that time. He better open it up to be sure that the judges realize that he's in command with about a minute to go in this round. Has a nice stiff right hand. So every time George Arias does something that would lead me to want to give him the round, Owem Beck will come back and land a series of punches like he's doing right now. See what I mean about Beck sometimes looking lazy? But that's not the case when you're outboxing your opponent. Now, you know, I've never seen Beck look better boxing because he's totally convinced that Arias can't hurt him any, and he's right. I mean, Arias is trying to hit him with some shots, and he's just been able to take everything that Arias has thrown. And conversely speaking, in fairness to George, he's gobbled up with his great conditioning everything that Beck has hit him with. So Beck is going to make a statement here now instead of what I would call kind of messing around with this guy. And again, you can't really call it messing around because he's winning the rounds by outboxing him, and he's doing it by counterpunching. Beck showing some nice hand speed. This is a round that I'd love to get to Arias again based on hustle, but the heavier blows were still landed by Beck. By the way, while I'm giving all these rounds to Beck, there are certain judges that could give some of those rounds to Arias. I just don't happen to see it that way. At 89-82, but you know, if one of the judges scores a couple of those rounds the other way, it's a lot closer than the way I have it. But I just see the way I score a fight.
Keep getting around him, Owen.
And you know, quite frankly, with all the controversy of the fight a week ago between Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya, I was in total agreement with the judges on that one. I thought that the heavier blows were landed by Shane. Therefore, all of those punches that the punch stat CompuBox talked about De La Hoya and give De La Hoya the idea that he won the fight. That is